Hi Geron Techies, I'm Karen Etkin, and today I want to talk about how Israel, also known as Startup Nation, succeeded in vaccinating the majority of its older adults in 1 month. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe as well as the bell button so you can get a notification whenever new content is available. One of the biggest challenges in distributing the Covid-19 vaccines is maintaining cold storage throughout the supply chain. All of these vaccines have to be kept in sub-zero degrees and be used fairly quickly after they are thawed. Pfizer's vaccine, which is currently being distributed in Israel, comes in vials with no preservatives, which means it has to be used within 6 hours after it reaches room temperature or else it expires. Vaccines are being distributed to the general population by community-based healthcare organizations called Kupot Cholim. In Israel, every citizen or permanent resident has to be registered in 1 out of 4 healthcare providers. They have everyone's medical history as well as contact information. So when vaccines arrived in December of 2020, they were able to reach out to people over the age of 60 and invite them to get a vaccine. With a population of 9 million people spread across 22,000 square kilometers, Israel is one of the most densely populated countries in the developed world. This means that when vaccine distribution centers found themselves with vaccines that are about to expire at the end of the day and they didn't want them to go to waste, they could simply pick up the phone and call people who live nearby to invite them to get a vaccine. Since they have everyone's medical history, they were able to prioritize and decide to first invite people with chronic conditions or people over the age of 60. While healthcare personnel were at the front of this operation, it was actually the IT people working behind the scenes to make sure that things are running smoothly despite the influx of calls and web traffic from people wanting to get vaccinated. They had to quickly set up call centers and add features to apps and websites to make sure that anyone who was eligible to get the vaccine could get an appointment. Technology also helped manage the supply chain and inventory to make sure that every vaccine distribution center had the right amount of vaccines, so there would be little to no waste. Prioritizing older adults, healthcare personnel, and people with certain medical conditions is in consensus around the world. However, actually following through on these prioritization guidelines is not always easy. Having the right infrastructure and technology prior to the arrival of the vaccines seems to be the key to Israel's success in following these guidelines. For more content, visit thegerontechnologist.com. Thank you for watching.